Hey, Max here. Today we are going to rank the harvest cards. Now, my voice is a little bad right now because of some yelling today on stream, but me, who, emotional, angry at Madden, couldn't be. So, a lot of things about what to do first in that. Obviously, look through your harvest pass. Just go ahead and follow that. It's simple as that. So, what I'm going to do, though, is go through and we're going to rank them all 88 pluses, okay? First one up, Jake Ferguson. This card, he's slow. 86 speed tight end. He would be ranked higher if he had like a tight end apprentice, but they're really kind of bogarting that one from a lot of us. So Ferguson, just too slow. Don't like him. Next up, James Conner, same problem. James Conner, 89, 140K. Basically, he's just there to make the 92 sets with, as it's basically useless out on the field. It's sad, but he's a former Steeler. You know, they hate Steelers. We'll talk about more about hatred for Steeler cards here in a bit. Next on the list, use check. All right. The reason why I use check, now, if you guys see this, he starts out as an 88, but you can upgrade them. You're like, oh, how do you get them? Just play your solos, boys and gals. Play your solos. Right here, okay? So you can get your 88, and then you upgrade them with your tokens, etc., etc. The reason why use check is so low on my list is he's a fullback. And what are you, a filthy runner? Are you running? Huh? Get out of here. No, you're not running. Nah, fullback? Heck no. Maybe for goal line situations, but there's a lot better opportunities to use cards. Number 29, Drake Jackson. I repeat, Drake Jackson. So, Mr. Jackson is a left end speed rusher without a lot of speed. 83 speed. And you're like, yo, Fox, don't stop. Quit it. I don't want to hear it. He's also got, he's got only 89 finesse moves and pretty bad block shed too. So, doesn't really do well holding up the edge against the pass or the run. But let's be real. Pass rush, 4-man, ain't that great this year. Like, dude, it seems like Luke Kuechly, when I sub him in the defensive end, plays better than just about anybody else. Jerry Tillery there is also here on my list. He is a defensive tackle. 81 speed on a D tackle. Low power moves, bad block shed, but at least the low speeds in the interior instead of the edge. So, another card, I would recommend really any of these cards. Trent Brown. All right, now, this kind of starts off, this is what I call like the O-line wall, right? Getting O-linemen are nice, right? Nice. Don't get me wrong. But the problem is their offensive linemen don't really matter that much. I'd say they matter a little bit. They're a big deal for runners. But what are you, a filthy runner? Nah, we throw the ball here like real men. We make our reads and execute and make our opponent feel small as we dot them up and down the field. So anyways, Trent Brown, along with the other linemen, Teller, another one of them, are right here. They're all solid cards. If you're going to buy them off the block, I don't like it. 140K, Trent Brown, he's a gnat. You can obviously, he's one of those guys that you upgrade to 91 overall. I didn't write that right there like I did the other ones. Anyways, fine, whatever, dude. They're cool chemistries, I guess, for your theme team. All right, past 23, up to 22. Another one that you upgrade, Arden Key. Mr. Key is not really going to be that big of a key for your team unless it is, of course, a theme team. We will end up doing a theme team video. I seem to have lost Key. Let's just move on. I don't care. He's not that good. CJ Mosley and Julian Love. The thing I love about Mosley, right? There's one thing to hate, speed. One thing to love is this lurk artist right here. The most powerful defensive ability in the game, given only to linebackers, middle linebackers, and outside linebackers that are pass coverage guys. He gets it. The problem is, what are you going to do with it with 86 speed? That's just not good. Use the free Ted Hendricks that we get for getting like level 5 on the pass. Because that guy's, 88, 89 speed? Incredible. So, Mosley, another hard pass for me. But If you desperately need a lurk artist, maybe to sub him in at like defensive end and throw him in flats, Mosley will do that perfectly fine. And that is a great and exceptional use of a lurk artist. But there are better ones, and he is a little expensive. All right, Julian Love was my number 21. So just like we got, remember, in Most Feared, we got a bunch of Jay Allens. We now have a couple Jay Loves. So this Jay Love glove is an 89 speed, not great man, not great zone, not a lot of hit power. 5'11", so not a complete shorty, but taller is better, of course. Tackling 85. I will say I'm mostly conservative tackle or punch tackle now versus hit stick tackle. So I think the tackle stats for me more important than the hit stick stat. So that is okay. Now, this is now, right? Okay, I'm rating it as of right now like they're not doing anything. If you look on this Julian Love glove card, he also, if Seattle gets a turnover and he gets 2 tackles, will go up 2 overall. So once he does get that 2 overall, he'll have like 91 speed. Seattle theme team, which is one of the best ones, going to rank him here soon. Much better. The problem is he's basically priced like a 91, right? He's basically priced at that level. So you got to know that people are already expecting him to go up to 91, as it certainly is going to happen, or at least the 90. That seems pretty easy. Marshawn Lattimore is my next one. Laddie. Who doesn't love Lat days? All right, 89 speed. We mentioned him yesterday about like he used to be like, always getting meta cards. He doesn't really right now. 6-foot corner, 89 speed, so a few behind the speed scale of the game. Good press, but not great man in zone. Obviously, you can increase the man in zone with the new blue strat cards up to 90 if you so want. As far as ability, he doesn't really get anything that good. So, yeah, not really saved by that at all. That's why he's my number 19. Number 18, Teron Johnson right here. He is an 89 speed CB. So, basically, pretty much a clone of Lattimore right there. But 1 inch shorter. All right. Next up on the list, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. I'm actually really disappointed we don't have a like this card should have been a 92 with how good he has been and has played for Detroit. Now, obviously, playing on Thanksgiving can go up to a 91. So we could potentially get up to 91 speed, of course. Like we talked about, these guys are priced like they're 91s already. So as it currently stands, though, even with the bonuses, I wouldn't say he's like top of the meta, 6 foot, okay size. Nothing phenomenal there, though. Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is fast off the edge. And that's kind of what you really want a lot of times to chase down a lot of the mobile quarterbacks that we have in the game. Where did Sweat go? Is he an 88? Yeah, that's right. He was an 88 on this page. Sweat. So, 88 speed for an edge, real nice. There are quarterbacks obviously faster than that right now. Once we unlock top Michael Vick at 94 speed, it will seem like he's slow out there. But I like this card just for that purpose. Like I talked about the struggles of the edge rushers in this year's game, and the high-end acceleration. So, basically, you're just waiting to get off your block. Once you are, you're going to close with the quarterback, close with the running back, and tackle them. And Josh Sweat is one of the better ones for that. So he's somebody that you can get to 91. Jordan Love. Jordan Love, to me, is very similar to a lot of quarterbacks in this game, which are basically the raw gunslingers, okay? He gets gunslinger as an ability, and like I said, can go up like a lot of other cards. I've said that for other cards. So these stats can get increased. Sadly, he won't be able to unlock set feet lead or How Our Master, I checked. But, much like other cards of gunslinger, he's gonna be good. He's got Slinger 1, which got nerfed hard this year, so that's not that good comparatively. But I think you'll like him as much as a lot of other cards in the mid 80s speed, high 80s throw power. So yeah, it's hard to really judge a lot of those since a lot of them basically play almost identical since their abilities aren't different. Michael Pierce, I love this Michael Pierce. You want to know why? Because he's thick. 345 pounds. You guys know how well Gravedigger has played for people. He's also that weight, okay? So the fact that we got a guy, the only downside of this card is, yes, he's thick in the middle. He will, like, defensive linemen don't exactly play even close to how they do in real life as far as against the run, flow, that kind of thing. And he's not a great pass rusher at all, and he's even worse because of his speed. But to have a guy that's just going to anchor your defense in the middle of it and just kind of like play well, at least on goal line situations, that's got some value. And maybe I overrated him, and thinking out of this right now, I think like Jordan Love's obviously an every down guy. Michael Pierce is not. So maybe it's a little expensive for how slow he is, but I don't know. I love the thickness. But if I were to go with a thick guy, I'd definitely get the Grave over him. So just know that Pierce is high, but there are definitely better options for that role for your defense. Saint. I actually don't know how to say Benjamins. All right. We're getting to 90 speed dudes now. 90 speed. We're getting up closer to the top of the speed threshold, which is 92 at the moment. Benjamin, 6'3", also is really incredible. Now, I have him rated as he stands right now. If this card gets these upgrades, this is one of the best cards for this purpose. And now, like, here's the thing. I saw it. It was earlier today. Somebody said you can make these sets for $200K and sell them for $275. So I don't know if it's still that way, but FYI, earlier today, these things were profitable. I'm not going to go through the set. This isn't a market video. But Benjamin right there, make sure and look at his set cost before just buying off the block. Okay, next up after Benjamin, number 12, Holland. 88 speed. I got him, though, at 90 speed here for Holland at the 91 zone coverage, 89 man. So you can boost that man by 1 by just going to either coach or any sort of strat item for him. His abilities, he does get deep in, which is one of my favorite ones. Deep out, I like a lot better because it's like the corner routes, the sidelines that are the biggest problem in the game, I feel like. But deep in, you do see some posts, of course, happen. But other than that, I think Holland is a solid overall card for your defense, especially, I know my guy Josh really likes the Dolphins and their theme team. Next up, number 11, Justin Reed. The reason why Justin Reed is here, I like 90 speed, obviously, 140, so he's not an upgrade card, but he always seems to play well in mud. He just got that dog in him. Man coverage, zone coverage. Obviously, you want the zone coverage at 1, but I'm running strat items that the zone coverage would be at like 93 for me, I believe. So Justin Reed right here. Obviously, here's the thing. I didn't mention this, and I should have mentioned it earlier. 25 harvest cards. I'm currently running 25 theme team for harvest. So you can basically +1 on every single one of these speeds, which puts them either close to the top of the speed scale of 92. Obviously, theme teams are getting to like 94 right now. But that's kind of what I'm thinking with it. So that's part of my logic on some of these cards too, getting close to that. So 91 speed technically on Justin Reed. And some of the other cards, if they hit their bonuses, are going to be even higher. But Harvest theme team looking hot, especially with these nice cards out here. All right, Eddie Jackson and Joey Porter. Oops, accidentally revealed 2 at a time. Eddie Jackson is very similar to Justin Reed. Really, it's tomato. I decided to put Eddie Jackson above him because he's got 91 stock. But since Reed can easily get boosted up over 91, I'm not that beat up about it. Eddie Jackson abilities also gets that deep in zone KO. All right, now the biggest sadness I've seen. Joey Porter gets 84 speed. The only reason why I have him higher than the list is because I'm a Steelers homer. I mean, this card is cheeks, dude. High-end tackling is cool. Block shed's 90, fine. Power move 92, fine. It's one of the highest power moves in the game, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I used them all stream today. We're going to try and look at his stats. It's just overall like an absolute disappointment with how 4-man pass rushes are. They're like on shed timers and everything. So let's go ahead and see what Joey Porter did for me today. Stats, head-to-head, 0 sacks. 0 sacks and 131 downs. I almost over it. Like, dude, this guy's 92. He's 728,000 coins. And he's freaking terrible. I don't know. An absolute disgrace that they kept on 84 speed. Dude, him and Max Crosby ran the exact same 40, yet Max Crosby for some reason gets 89 speed? I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just super angry that Porter got screwed so hard because he's a Steeler. I don't know. They literally hate me. Next up, Terry McLaurin, Nat 91. Lauren, right here. All right. 91 speed on Scary Terry. Once again, right at that top of the speed threshold with your 25 theme team with Scary Terry. Gotta love that. 6 foot, not overly tall, not overly short, but overall a solid card for you. So really, the receivers with speed are going to be high. Amari Cooper's also got 91 speed. Sexy Dexy, talking about the thickness in the middle of my defense. We're up to the 92s now. 76 speed, which I feel like is respectable. I will say if you compare him to the Grave Man, the gold standard, he does have 2 less speed. He's 6'4", almost the same weight. Block sheds +2, sure. Power move. Finesse move's a little bit worse, but hopefully just doing power moves. Overall, I would probably still recommend Grave just because of price reasons. But yeah, this Grave's half the price, but overall, I gotta love run stuffers that are thick in the middle of my defense. Probably the best interior D lineman in the NFL right now, too. Edgerrin James, 92 speed. His COD and break tackle are not as high as I like to see, but overall played well for me today. I did like Edgerrin James. He does seem to provide that speed edge for your offense. I think he's 93 speed on my team, which is hot. Okay, this is going to be a surprise to folks. My top cards are definitely a surprise. Eric Kendricks, 88 speed or 89 with the bonus. But, Lurk Artist, the best defensive ability in the game. I love it. Yes, injected straight in my veins, right? Getting a guy that can jump, play coverage, I'm here for it. 88 speed is not terrible. It's obviously not 92, what you're seeing receivers at, but it's more than competitive. I don't like super love that, but one of the cheaper. How many Lurk Artists? Is he the cheapest Lurk Artist in the game, or who's the cheapest? Outside of like the free captain that's out there. 133. Yeah, he is. I guess Van Der Esch at 87 speed is the cheapest. Boyd is 70. Yeah, he's 88 speed. So Boyd, a little bit less acceleration, is less expensive. But if you can get yourself a solid... Oh, wait, Kuechly's 87 speed with 44K for his lower card. No, I didn't realize that low Kuechly card got the Lurk Artist. But anyways, I love Lurk Artists. Make sure you got one on your team. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's America, but I for sure really do enjoy like using them. So, Lurk Artist, very powerful. I just thought I want to mention that. All right, next up, Patrick Surtain is number 3 on my list. This is the top of the speed scale, 92, 6'2", so good size. He's never played well for me, but I know he's played well for other players. He was okay today. Obviously, street corner combos are still going to beat you in zone. He does have man knockout abilities if you do run man. I don't. So his zone abilities aren't great, which is why he's not number 1. He does have deep out zone KO. But he does have route KOs if that is your cup of tea. Cuppa, I think is what it's called. Number 2, Patty Mahomes. He has the best abilities in the game for a quarterback. He has set feet lead, hot route master. You can't stack him, sadly. Gunslinger, anything you want, except for, I don't know, maybe like a firm handshake and a hug from your dad. He's got, okay? So, you got to choose, but it's nice. Sure, I think his windup isn't the best. It's always fixed with Gunslinger. It is a hard decision whether to go set feet lead or hot master, though, so I'm not going to say which one's more powerful. They're both really good. I think set feet lead is the more powerful of the two, but the combinations that you can put together with hot route master will have your opponent's head in a spinner if you do a good job. Obviously, if you just do the same combos over and over, set feet lead is way better. Here we go. Number 1, Taiwan. Always number 1. That's the list. Hope you guys enjoyed me ranking every single Harvest player. Please leave a comment. Bye.